got done raining real good. Tornado warnings a whole bit. But I finally got loaded. It's Monday. About 8 o'clock at night. That's what it looks like when it comes to before I go in the rain. Let's get out of the bubble. Alright, out of the bubble, look. Had to back up really far. That's good. It's nice to see some polished trailer rims. No chicken lights. But this trailer here is a nice Great Dane. This one's 53055 going to Warren, Ohio. All hooked up, ready to go. But it rained really good. It stopped. So when I get to Milwaukee, it'll probably be raining by Walworth County. Jefferson County is all tornado warnings. These rims are looking sweet. All he needs is caps. Trailer caps. Acorn caps. This one here's got the 2 doors. Just strapped everything down, slid axles. And it's cardboard. I moved it all over. It's pretty light, so I moved it over to the right so I can strap it over. Alright. It's looking good. Yeah, it's always harder when you got 2 of them. Alright, that's looking good. Alright. I should shut the vent door. I don't want the rain to go in the cardboard. There's only 1 used rim and 3 brand new aluminum rims. Well, that's good. We'll go to Ohio. It's about an 8.5 hour drive. They open at 6, so I figure I'd go in this time. We'll shoot over there without worrying about the traffic in Milwaukee and Chicago. It's looking good. It's Monday. Let's see how June's going to be. Oh, back in Warren, Ohio. Home Goods Distribution Center. It's all about dropping and hooking. And then the yard truck puts it in. It's a clear day here. It was raining all the way till I got to Chicago. But they had tornado warnings in the middle, south central Wisconsin. Wonder how that worked out. I skipped around it. But it's all about cleaning my truck up. At least it's got most of the bugs off. But a lot of stuff I didn't want to get off. Looks like some. A lot of this dirt. Dress the tires and all that. It's about 78 degrees out. Alright, well, hurry up and wait. Alright, looks like I'm loading. It's about 3 in the morning. I'm about 160 miles away from Springfield, Ohio. That's where I gotta take this load. Looks like paper or something. But this is simple load, I hope. Once I do the Springfield, I gotta be there 8 in the morning. And then I have to go to probably Cincinnati. Let's see how that works out. Get out of the bubble look. That looks pretty good for 3 in the morning. Alright, back to the bubble look. Alright, get loaded here and get back on the road to Springfield, Ohio. Well, I'm in Springfield, Ohio. So all we have to do is slide the axles back and chalk it. Looking good. Yeah, this is big rolls of paper. Bills show about 26,000, but I think it's a little bit more. Well, the rain should be coming in about an hour. It's never ending. Just looks like a paper place here. I give them big rolls and they change it to paper towels and toilet paper here. That's an old place here. That's about it. Then I'll probably go to Cincinnati. This trailer's doing pretty good. I like Great Danes. Rough and tough. They seem to go down the road really straight. Alright, never ending. Well, back in Cincinnati. Let's see what trailer this one is. 53081. This is probably one of the trailers I dropped off. But I got out of a big puddle, so you can see the tires are a little messed up. Looks like it's cardboard boxes, so it's pretty late. I got a seal on it. I figured it'd be raining by now, but I'll be driving through it. And I'll be taking this right to the yard. I'm going to slide the axles all the way up and get out of here. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. So I want to get out of here when it comes to the traffic. Start going back to Wisconsin. But you see the clouds are getting pretty bad. It's supposed to be raining now, it shows on the weather map, but I might be right on the edge. Okay, let's get back in the room. Oh, back to clean again. Spent about an hour, get everything wiped down again. Get it back to the bubble look. It's looking good again. Went through a lot of rain after Cincinnati, big downpours. So I went ahead and wiped it all down. This trailer here, you can see it's got a big scrape on the side. That's too bad. I didn't see that before. Well, I got the rims all done. And mud flaps too. The rest of the tires. Got everything all wiped down. I'm at the rest area right by 88 and 39. This is it. I have to do my 10 hours here, so I figured I'd wipe everything down while the sun's setting. I'll wake up about 2:30 in the morning. Shoot over to the yard, be there about 5 in the morning. Let's see what they got for me. But it's good to see the truck nice and clean again. Went through so much rain from last week and this beginning week. Try to keep it up, but now it's looking good again. Looking at the weather, it didn't look like it's got any rain. A lot of bugs on the front, got that all done. It's the way to go. I can go down the road with pride tomorrow. All the storm fronts are all gone. So it'll be a good, nice couple days. And away we go. Well, this is how it is in the trucking business. Alright, I'm at a Freightliner dealership. This is DeForest, right north of Madison. But I have to replace about 3 things on here. It's pretty major. I got some recalls on here. And the recalls is pretty big. It's exhaust valve rocker arms, so they have to take the valve cover off. And then they have to go ahead and take the rack off and replace the rocker arms. They come in sections, just 3 sections. And get that replaced because that's a recall. And then I'm trying to think, oh, the other one is crimped fuel line recall on the fuel line. So it's gonna be 2 hours to get the valve cover off in the rack. And then I had this problem on the road. It was this ballast pipe here. And this here is actually for your DEF. And that sprays in. So when you use your Jake brake, it was puffing a lot of smoke because there's a slit right in here. And that's one of these edges here. There's a slit. So I'm going to take these clamps off and bring it into the shop and they'll get this replaced. It's $375, but everything's on warranty. It's only got 300,000 miles on it. That has to be replaced. And the recalls, there's 2 of them on this truck. This is a 2022. And it's taking this valve cover off and taking the top rack off for the exhaust rocker arms, because that's recalled. And then there's a fuel line crimp that's going wrong. They have the parts, and it looks like there's a recall on the fuel line. So it's one of these lines here that they have to replace, and that's part of the recall. Well, other than that, it's all about getting those clamps off because I'm here. I just had to rig that really good. And then take it up, disconnect this trailer and take it up by the service. And it's a 2.5 hour job for the rack. This here is about 1.5 hours, and the fuel line's 1.25 hours. And everything's in warranty, so that's a good deal. So that's what I gotta do here at DeForest at Freightliner dealership here. They moved. It used to be by the TA truck stop, a couple exits south. But it's a new place, so I'll be here in the waiting room. Alright, dropping off 53081. This is our warehouse here in Mayville. I'll make sure I hit the dock alright. Alright. Yeah, they're going to do the exhaust tomorrow because that's not in warranty, so it's better to get the part and do it ourselves. So I got to take this to the shop. I shoot over there before the rain starts coming down. It looks like it's coming pretty fast. Alright, back at the yard here. It's Friday. 53503. This one here, it's an old utility. But I gotta take this to Liquid Waste Management in Watertown. It's not that far away from here, about a 1/2 hour drive. Got the rat rod rims, new tires it looks like. But it's Friday, so they're giving me all this local stuff today. Because I was in the shop for about 7 hours yesterday. And then brought it here. Now it's all about everything's fixed. Exhaust, that was a big thing. Recalls, that was big. This is all done. I'll get better fuel mileage, especially when they replace the rack. That's a big job. Alright, let's do some local last day of the week. After Watertown, we'll see what they give me. But we'll see how this is. It looks pretty straight. You can see there's nothing wrong with the sides. Hope it stays that way. Looks like a strong trailer. Alright, I'm at TFL. Doesn't look like I'm square at the dock here. There's no lines, so it's a little bit harder. This is Mayville, out in the country. Yeah, I'm just a couple inches. Police dock locks locked. This local, it's about 20 minutes away from that Liquid Waste in Watertown. But it looks like they take all the trash and bundle them all up. And I gotta go to Green Bay with this one. And that's about 100 miles away from here. So about 22 miles to here and 100. And then you can see how local drivers are hitting docks all day, unloading and loading. I don't know, long haul rule. Alright, I'm in Green Bay. They have me go and load it and dropping hooks. So I got this trailer. It's 53067. This looks like a nice trailer. Pretty straight. Just got done wiping the rims down and dress the tires. It's all muddy. All I have to do is do the mud flaps. But this one here I'll take back to the yard. It's empty. It's all about bulk recycling paper. Got some rust on this rim. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and go through the rush hour traffic. A lot of construction, so it's backed up. Just gotta be patient. It'll be like this all the way to Labor Day. But that's how it is. Gotta stay professional. Looks like we got a couple trailers here. But this is where they drop the empties off at this yard here. Right in downtown Green Bay, Wisconsin. Right by where the Packers arena is. Alright, back to the yard. Oh, back at the yard. It's Friday. Dropping off 53067. Went through all the rush hour traffic. It's about 7 o'clock at night now. Almost 7. Well, this is a good trailer. I only pulled it when it was empty. The tires are looking good. Got a little rust on it. But it's good to take this back. This one's a nice one. Sides are straight. Nobody banged it up yet. I would say. But it looks like I'll probably leave here about 4 in the morning Monday. I have to go up by Appleton. It's about an hour drive. And I gotta pick up this trailer here, 53046. And I gotta take this up there, load at 6 in the morning. So I like to get there an hour early. This is a Stoughton. Looks like it's got the side skirts black. Oh, super singles. That's not good. Good old super singles. And the aluminum is pretty well tarnished. But it's supposed to be better on fuel mileage or cheaper than buying 2 tires. And it's lighter. But the bad things is it goes into ruts. It isn't very good on following. And it's not so wide. But yeah, there's some bad things, especially when you're pulling it. When you get a flat tire, you gotta stop immediately. And that's it. You can't go anymore. And wait for them to come on the side of the freeway or wherever you got a flat, and you have to have them come to you and fix it. You can't really do anything else because the rim pretty well comes down to the ground. This needs to be cleaned up. I'm gonna do that before I leave. Yeah, that's better. But it's Ogre Freight. I know, OBERG. FRER? Looks like an F. But it looks like they had some problems here. So we got this going on. What that back looks like then. There's no clips or anything on that. The other side's got it. But this broken off. You can't really use this unless you got one of those clips out there. Get one of those before I jump on here. Tires need to be dressed. It looks straight. But once I pick up this load, then I gotta go to Minneapolis, drop it off. So it's just a regional run. That's sad. I missed the long haul. I don't know why they're doing that. But drop this off, go to the tractor area, pretty well wrap it up for the week, and get back on the road on Monday. Hope everybody had a good week, and I hope everybody's going to have a good weekend. It's summertime, school's out, so it's all about everybody having a good time, and there's other people working around you. Alright, everything's all done for Monday. We got some leftover glad hand seals. The other ones were pretty well not workable. They're all cracked. But, so you see it's an Oberg trailer. Had to wipe these skirts down because it was all white. So that looks a lot better. Dress the tires, wipe the rims out a little bit. Get that looking good. Mud flaps too, gotta get that looking nice. Wiping everything down. Had to blow the whole inside out. That was really dirty. And had some glass in there too. And bent this license plate bracket back out. Looked like it was pushed in. And then I went ahead and put one of these on the chain. That's the right way to go. That way, when I open it, the other one's broken off, so I went ahead and it'll be hooked up to this one here. I should put it on the shorter chain, but we'll see once I open the door and see how much slop. If not, I'll bring it back up to here, or maybe even put it on here to hook it up to the cable and just disregard the chain. But that's the right way to go. That way, once I get ready for Monday, I don't have to worry about this at 4 in the morning, getting the tires dressed, and wiping these skirts down. I don't know why they had that. It must have been it wasn't dust, it was actually like snow kind of way, the winter kind of look. Everything else looks really clean. So, alright, I'm happy with it now. That way, I can just get out of this trailer, get it all cleaned up, and get to the next one. See how long I have that trailer. But, okay, let's get to the tractor area. Try to get a couple days off, at least the weekend off. Come back Monday, early morning, and beat that traffic. Oh, back at the tractor area. Figured I'd park away from the entrance so the dust doesn't keep going over to my truck. So I parked at the end. But it's all ready to go for Monday. Got the trailer all ready. Everything's good here. Got all the repairs done. I'll just show you. Because I showed you what the Freightliner guys did. Gotta take the bowl guard down. You don't want to mess up with you don't want to mess up the grill when you open it. Alright, well, there's the $375 part. And that's called a bellows pipe. A bellow pipe, or bellows with the S at the end. And that's a long pipe. It goes down farther. You have to take the side fairing off to get to it. But I did have a hole right there. Flames come right out of it, right by the turbo here. This is where the def fuel is, the injectors that shoot in. When you use the Jake brake, then it starts smoking. So if you get a hole and you see smoke coming out, just don't use the Jake brake, and it won't have that back pressure when the exhaust valves are shut. But it's $222 an hour now. I remember we complained it was $80 an hour it went up, but now it's $222 an hour at a Freightliner dealership. So just buying the part and having our shop do it, it's a lot cheaper. And then these brake sensors got replaced for the front brakes. That was a big recall. But at least everything's done now. And this is where this brake sensor is on the driver's side. And then they took the valve cover off. These are all plastic. It looks like a new valve cover they put on there. Sometimes they warp and you have to replace the whole cover. But the rack itself needs to be replaced on the rocker arms for the exhaust valves. That's all a big recall. So I should get better fuel mileage now. Trying to get up to about 8.3, 7.3, but trying to get about 8.3. It's really dogging down these injectors. You can see how you start looking at them and see if they're leaking. You see the back one there looks a little different. Might be leaking there at the seal. That's very common for these Detroits. But at least that's done. The other recall was a fuel line, and they're crimping, where they're bending and crimping. So they replaced it and changed the whole design. I don't know where that one's at, because I thought it would be right by the fuel filter. But it's not. It's probably by the tank. But that's it. That was the only headache I had when I was in Ohio, and all of a sudden you could hear the exhaust leak. That's all right now. It's better to do it now than wintertime. And then once they said it wasn't under warranty for the exhaust, because that's under the Cascadia Freightliner versus the Detroit engine. And then they just did the recall. I'm glad I got that done. And then I'm hoping it'll run really good. It's got 300,000 miles on it now. Almost 3,001. But I'm trying to keep this truck looking good, better than brand new. When I was at Green Bay, I noticed that this bolt here was missing. This one here, and my bracket was flapping. So I always carry extra bolts and all that, and you want to make sure you get the locking nuts. That's the locking nut here, and then I have a big washer here to hold the bracket. This is how you put the bracket on. It's on the back. A lot of people don't understand about these brackets, but right where the weight is, the mud flap weight, sometimes you have to bend them up like I did, just so it doesn't rub on the chrome. And that's stainless steel, so nothing rusts. Everything's stainless steel. But I noticed that was off, so I got that done. Put a bolt in there with a locking nut. It's nylon around that, so it doesn't have any problems coming out. Those big washers that holds the bracket in the back. Long ago, it was for dump trucks, and this bracket here was actually to hit the tires, so you didn't wear the mud flap out and put a hole in the mud flap. That was a big thing. So they had these on the bottom, and they just bolted right onto the mud flap, and used to swing right and hit the tire. Yeah, but people are putting them on backwards where they're in the front. It never was really looking nice to me, because I remember when they first came out, and the reason for the hangers is to keep them straight, and the weights to keep them straight down, and they were swinging in and out and bumped against the tire. Instead of the mud flap bumping against the tire, I used to wear holes in them. And in the days that when I was driving, it was all rubber, all these. And now they're plastic mud flaps, but a lot of them were thick rubber. That's the only chore I did today. It's all about beating the traffic. It's all construction stuff, recreation vehicles. Everybody getting out to where they should be on a Friday. But other than that, hope everybody's going to have a good weekend. They're talking about rain for tomorrow. I was going to wash my pickup truck, dress the tires, make it look nice, dress the tonneau cover. But I actually cut this, trimmed it down, drilled holes on it. That way I can keep my box. Gotta have all my tools with me. Always be prepared. Thank you very much for your time.